These are 5 starter farms you need for Minecraft Bedrock. AFK Fish Farm. The first thing you want to do is remove a 4-block strip, and then we're going to grab our chest and place down a double chest at the front of the hole. Next, we're going to grab our hopper and run the hopper into that chest. We're going to grab our building blocks now, and we're going to place down building blocks 1 block apart from that hole, like so. We're then going to build up 1 more layer of blocks, grab your tripwire hooks and place them on the insides of those blocks, and connect them up with a string. We're going to come around back now, and on either one of these pillars, we're going to place down a redstone torch, and then a redstone dust, and then a block. We're going to come around here now, and place down an iron trapdoor. Go ahead and walk into your tripwire hook. It's going to open up. We're then going to go ahead and crouch and waterlog that iron trapdoor, and now we have a fully functioning AFK Fish Farm. I'm going to show you how to use it. Using this farm is incredibly simple. All you need is an auto clicker and set it to 1200 milliseconds, set the mouse button to right click, and then all we have to do is go back into the game, get as close as we can to the water without actually being inside of the hole, and we actually need to aim right for the edge of that block right there. And then we're just going to go ahead and start our auto clicker now. That is not the button. And once your auto clicker is going, make sure that your player is kind of holding the bobber up in place. Once this catches a fish, it's going to sink down, and then our auto clicker is going to reel in the fish. And once you see the bubbles, it's going to fall down, and as you can see, we caught a cod, and we got some XP, and it's going to go right back to fishing. So you could leave your game running for 8 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours, however long you want, and dude, you're messing up the AFK Fish Farm. Maybe build some walls so that animals can't get in. Sugarcane Farm. The first thing you want to do is remove a block, place down a redstone torch, and then a redstone repeater set to 2 ticks. We're then going to remove this block right here and place down a redstone dust. Then we're going to grab our building blocks now and place down a building block above the redstone dust and above the redstone torch, which should create a clock like this. Come around front and place down a lever so that we can turn on and off the farm. Next, we're going to clear out these 4 blocks right here, and we're going to clear out these 3 blocks as well. Go ahead and place down a cobblestone stairs, or any stairs for that matter, and we're going to place it so that the tall side is facing the redstone dust. So like, it should look like this. Next, we're going to place down a double chest in the front right here with a hopper running into that chest. Go ahead and place down a mud block on top of that hopper, and then an upside down stair in front of that mud, so that way we can still open the chest, and this is going to be where all of the sugarcane ends up. Again, our clock should still work, and we're going to place down a water bucket right here to waterlog that stair, so that we can place down our sugarcane on this mud block. But the reason why this stair is pointed sideways is so that way we're not flooding that redstone dust, so that our clock still works. Next, we need to place down a dispenser on top of that stair block. It's important that this is a dispenser and not a dropper. Then we're going to grab our hopper and run the hopper into the side of that dispenser, like so. Grab your building blocks and place down building blocks right here, and on top of all of these. We're then going to place down a piston on top of the dispenser. Go ahead and remove this block and place down a redstone torch. We're then going to place down a chest on the hopper right here, which is going to be where we fill our farm with bone meal. We're then going to place down building blocks going on top of all of this, except for this chest right here, which we're going to place an upside down stair. We're then going to go ahead and place down a roof over top of this. You could use slabs or you can use regular building blocks. And finally, we need to place our glass in the front along with our sugarcane. Just like that. Boom. Now we need to load it up with bone meal. Every bone meal that you put into the system is going to translate to 2 sugarcane. So 1 bone meal equals 2 sugarcane. And again, all of the paper, or all of the sugarcane is going to end up inside of this chest. So just go ahead and turn on the farm, and as you can see, it is going to produce tons of sugarcane. You might have the occasional one that pops out, but honestly, it's not worth the hassle of trying to fix that, because again, this thing is basically a constant flow of sugarcane. This is an incredible farm for getting paper early game. Auto Smelter. This next farm is incredibly simple, but very useful. We're going to place down a double chest, grab your hoppers now, and run the hoppers into the back of that chest. We're going to grab our furnaces now. You could use smokers or blast furnaces. However, I would recommend just using regular furnaces, especially if this is your first auto smelter. We're going to grab our hoppers now and place hoppers running into the tops of those furnaces along with the backs of those furnaces. So if we get a side profile, this is the direction of your hoppers. Once you've made sure of that, we're going to grab our chests again and place down chests on both sets of those hoppers. And just like that, you have a fully functioning auto smelter. I'm going to show you how to use it. And using this thing is even simpler than building it. This back chest right here, we're going to click on through the hoppers and fill it with our fuel. I'm using coal, but you can use whatever fuel source you would like. And up top, we're going to throw in some raw iron, but again, you could throw in whatever you would like. And the benefit of this system is you don't only have to smelt one thing. If we were to, say, grab some raw meat, where is raw meat? There we go. So, like, you know, you've run around and you've killed some sheep and some cows. You just go ahead and throw it all in here, and it's just going to filter into the hoppers. And once it's done smelting the iron, it's going to start smelting the raw beef. So this thing is just going to completely mindlessly smelt all of your items at twice the speed. Wool farm. The first thing you want to do is place down 3 building blocks, and then we're going to remove this block right here, grab your observer, and have the observer facing towards that grass block. We're then going to place down 3 more building blocks on the other side to create a shape like this. We're then going to grab our dispenser and place the dispenser on top of that observer with a redstone dust behind the dispenser. We're then going to place down shears inside of that dispenser, and then we're going to remove these blocks right here, these 3 blocks, and we're going to go down 3 layers, like this. We're then going to grab our double chest and place it at the front of the hole with a hopper running into that chest. So just go ahead and crouch, jump, place, so that the little nubbin is running into the chest. We're then going to place down a temporary block right here with a rail and then a minecart hopper on top of that rail. Go ahead and remove the temporary block. Go ahead and grab either a grass block or dirt and place it in front of that observer. And then we're just going to go ahead and fill in this block right here as well. Then we're going to grab a ladder and place the ladder right here, and then a trapdoor above the ladder. That way, if you fall in here, you can easily get out. We're going to bring this entire thing and build 2 layers tall, just like this. And now we need to use some wheat to attract the sheep and get them inside of this chamber. Alright, I seem to have attracted much more than just 1 sheep, but this should still work. We just want 1 sheep inside of the chamber. No, hey, get here. Get in there. And once we have our sheep in there, we're going to push them right as far as we can. Grab your glass, quickly build up and trap them inside of the farm, and then grab your building blocks and just build a nice little roof over top of the sheep. Just like that. And now we have a fully functioning AFK wool farm. AFK Chicken Farm. The first thing we want to do is place down a chest, and then we're going to grab our hopper and run the hopper into the back of that chest. We're then going to place down a block right here with a dispenser facing towards our chest. We're going to place down a half slab right here, and then a building block on top of the slab. This is what it should look like. And then we're going to grab our glass, and we're going to crouch and build 2 blocks up using glass. We're going to grab our trapdoors now and place down trapdoors here, and on the other side, we're going to place down trapdoors as well, just like this. Next, we're going to come around back and remove these 3 blocks, and underneath of this building block, we're going to place down a redstone dust with a building block beside it, and then grab our redstone torch and place it on the side of this block. We're going to place down a building block on top of the redstone torch, and then a redstone repeater facing towards this building block, and it should create a clock like this. We're going to grab our lever now and place the lever on this block. Go ahead and turn off the clock. So this is going to lock this dispenser, so all of the eggs are going to get collected, and then we want to shoot them out. We're just going to turn this on, and then all of the eggs are going to get dispensed out into the kill chamber. For now, though, we're just going to turn this off, so that way we can collect eggs to fuel the farm. We're going to crouch and place a hopper running into that dispenser. We're going to grab our building blocks now, and we're going to pillar up 3 blocks and then 2 blocks right here. And then we're going to go ahead and place down 2 temporary blocks in the center above that hopper, grab our ladders, and place down 3 ladders going up. If you want this to look nice, you can go ahead and use your trapdoors and place down trapdoors on the sides of these temporary blocks. However, if you want something a little more secure and less prone to you accidentally releasing all of your chickens, you could just use regular building blocks, so that way you don't accidentally click on this trapdoor and then the chickens shoot out. But if you trust yourself and you want it to look nice, I would recommend using trapdoors. And we're going to place down a trapdoor right here, just so everything is nice and symmetrical. Next, we're going to use our eggs, and we're just going to throw eggs at the bottom thing right here. Do it a little slower than I just did so that we don't accidentally knock your chickens out. And once you have 2 chicks in here, I mean, you can throw all of the eggs that you have. But once you have 2 in here, that is perfect, because once these guys grow up, they're going to start laying eggs, which are going to end up inside of this dispenser. And then you can just use those eggs, come back here, throw them back into the farm, and also use seeds to breed your chickens. Basically, we want as many chickens up here as we can possibly get. We're also going to place down a temporary block and then a trapdoor. Remove your temporary block, and now you can have, a trapdoor so you don't fall in. And once you're done, we're going to place down a ladder right here, so that way, actually, we do it on the other side. So that way, if you fall in, you can get out. Don't worry about this ladder, though, as long as it's always in your inventory while you're breeding the chickens, then that's perfect. But if the ladder is here while you're throwing chickens, it's actually going to cause issues, so I'd recommend removing the, well, I don't know. Yeah, I'd probably just leave the ladder until you have all your chickens in here. And after breeding your chickens and just taking the eggs that they lay and feeding them back into the system, you should have quite a few chickens. And of course, all of the eggs are going to be down in this dispenser. Now, once you're happy with the number of chickens you have, all you have to do is come around back, turn on the clock, and then all of the eggs are going to shoot out, and all of the baby chickens are going to end up inside of this chamber. Once the baby chickens grow up, they're going to grow up and suffocate into that block, which is going to allow the raw chicken and the feathers to drop into this chest. And we're going to take the raw chicken and throw it into a super smelter or an auto smelter or just a regular old furnace to get cooked chicken. The reason we aren't using lava is because at some point there was an update so that if a baby chicken grows up into lava, all of the other baby chickens die with it, so that no longer works, unfortunately. But this suffocation method does work. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then be sure to subscribe and leave a like. Mine was 1UpMC, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya!